Susan Cummings, co-founder at 106 Games. I feel like I'm in the actually I know that I'm in the midst of a real industry legend right now. I just saw your talk at PGC. 30 years of experience under your belt. What a fantastic journey that you
I'm
have
just
so
old,
far.
just really old.
Rockstar Games, was it 2K, which
Yeah,
wrote Borderlands?
I co-founded 2K Games. So
Insane games and insane smash hit titles.
thank you.
So thank you so much. No, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
Sure.
So your talk today and what you guys do at 106 is a lot of it is surrounding LLMs. So that's what I wanted to ask you a little about today. So with LLMs, what do you think with your games, You versus Zombies, what would be genuinely impossible without the sort of integration of LLMs? And I'm not talking about something that's been made better. I'm talking about something that's fundamentally new.
Yeah, and that's like I talked about in the panel. What really motivates us is what was impossible before, because I think that's what's going to take to lead industry adoption of
Yeah.
this, and also because that's where the fun is. And so for us, that was how can a user come in and personalize their experience. You couldn't possibly have a team big enough or fast enough to take an order like that
Yeah.
in runtime. You couldn't come in and say, I am, I'm John. I have a birthmark on my face. I live in this village in Kentucky that nobody has heard of, and I really hate my neighbor. You couldn't give them that
Yeah.
in days, let alone seconds. And
Mhm.
so that kind of customization is possible now in seconds because of the way we've approached. We don't think AI can make games.
Right.
We think AI can follow rules.
Right.
And so you have to have very clear rules and very strong game designers who can create the stuff and make it malleable so that we can invite the player onto our team and say, hey, who do you want to be? Tell us, and we'll give it to you immediately.
Right. So you guys, and I want my next question to serve as a sort of learning for those who are thinking, I want to get involved in LLMs for my games. Perhaps they have and they've reached a sort of roadblock. So one of your core missions of 106 Games is the integration of LLM input into your games. What has been something you've faced that has kind of been a roadblock, a difficulty? Maybe it's technical, maybe it's product based. Can you talk a little bit about that?
It's constant because the space is changing so much. So one of the things that we fortunately did when we set out to build our platform was make it as flexible as possible, so that we could have multiple solutions for duplicity's sake. If something went down, we needed another solution, and because we knew that the models would continue to evolve. So on the art side, for example, we went from like Stable Diffusion to Flux for a long time, and now we're using Z Image. We can only do that because we built our platform to allow us to do that. So the takeaway is you have to be flexible. You have to have smart people on your team who can constantly stay abreast of like what the new
I was going to say
thing
it's probably a
is.
constant learning curve.
It
You're
is a
constantly
constant.
having to change how you view these things and learn constantly.
And I was at an event in November talking. I did a talk for the Wigan Summit, and by halfway through my speech, we cut our generation times in half and lowered our costs when I looked at our platform because of some new stuff that my engineer was doing.
Yeah.
And so it's
You've got a
exciting
really smart
and it's
team.
fun. I do.
Yeah.
But like for example, we found out. I mentioned on the panel that it was going to double our costs
Wow.
to remove the white background from a sprite sheet.
Wow.
And we're like, it's already expensive. Now it's like blindingly expensive.
Yeah.
And so,
Something so simple.
yes, yeah,
Seemingly simple.
yeah. So we've had to find solutions to things like that as well. Because none of this was made with our industry in mind.
Yeah. I was going to say, you guys are kind of pioneering the space.
Someone said to me, and I think it's true. We're having to, whether or not this works, whether or not our game is a success, what we're doing is asking a lot of really interesting new questions that no one's had to ask before.
Yeah.
And so the last year has just been fascinating for my team.
I can imagine. Watch this space, Susan. We can't wait to see what you guys at 106 Games do next. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.